The problem is the explosion of cancer in the 9/11 community.
They survived the deadliest terror attack in American history.
When the planes hit,
What's happening?
immediately woke up and got dressed.
We arrived at the ground zero about 20 minutes after.
When a big explosion happened, some guy came out, his skin was all off.
We were watching people coming off the buildings.
I thought that I was going to be involved in the largest search and rescue operation in our nation's history.
But instead,
I dealt with a diagnosis of prostate cancer.
these heroes are now dealing with deadly illnesses.
I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma.
First responders losing their lives years later.
Not a day goes by without two of my clients dying of 9/11 cancers.
A program designed to help our heroes could run out of money in just 2 years. The federal government excluded funding for their health program last month to avoid a government shutdown. Since 9/11, more than 370 first responders have died of illnesses related to the terror attack.
NBC2's Kennedy Mason is in Punta Gorda speaking to former New York first responders who now live here and are pleading for the funding to be extended.
It kind of turned your world upside down. Originally we thought we were being attacked. We didn't know what to think.
The worst part happened weeks later when we were in the landfill and recovering bodies and body parts.
John Holtz is a retired NYPD officer. He and many others are facing serious health issues related to the 9/11 attacks.
A couple of years later, I was diagnosed with cancer, prostate cancer.
And not a day goes by without two of my clients dying of 9/11 cancers.
Michael Barash is an attorney who helps those directly affected from helping in their recovery. First responders and survivors qualify for money for their medical treatment and monitoring, but funding was removed from the end-of-year 2024 congressional budget.
The problem is the explosion of cancer in the 9/11 community and medical inflation. So there's just not enough money, even though Congress provided for these programs to last till 2090.
It may reduce memberships and services for about 1,500 Southwest Florida 9/11 survivors Barash represents, and others, including Michael Alavanja.
I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. It's a bone marrow cancer. It kind of stays with you because I'm on a constant chemo pill.
For him, the medical support is everything.
You won't believe what these medications cost, and this fund is taking care of everything for me. So I'd be bankrupt if I didn't have it.
Barash says right now there's bipartisan support. He just hopes someone introduces a bill and gets it passed for every single one of his clients.
Barash says he is confident President Trump will help the survivors out by signing legislation if Congress passes it. Local in Punta Gorda, Kennedy Mason, NBC2.